Obviously have the scrimmage tomorrow, and it's going to be a little bit of a light practice and some review and some walkthrough type things. And so it's just fun to watch the guys compete, and to see the guys want to jump in there and be part of it. And so it's our second kind of competition we've done, and each position group will get their opportunity before the end of training camp to compete in one of our competitions that we have.
Do you find that even at 3/4 speed, they're going a little faster than 3/4?
Well,
still trying to
I
down?
thought today was great. I thought they did an awesome job. These days are always hard because, as much as we hammer these guys about focus on today, learn from yesterday, focus on today, and prepare for tomorrow. They know what tomorrow is, and they want to get the pads on. They want to go live, and they want to play football, and they want to earn their opportunities, whether it's on offense or defense or on special teams. And so I thought their focus was really good for today. That was part of the reason why we did the tennis ball thing, the home run contest, was to kind of liven it up, make sure they were into it, so that when we had our special situations that we were working on, that they were focused on it.
Steve, your background, this is kind of a wayward question, your background from BYU and what those guys learned all the way from Eric Coryell up through and running that system and that stuff you're familiar with, how does that fit in with up-tempo, and how do you mix those things?
Well, there's a lot of the principles of the passing game are very similar that way, of what stuff that I've carried with me since my time of playing. And then early on in my coaching career, and then especially early on when I went to Oakland with Norv Turner and him being a disciple of Ernie Zampese and all of those past concepts, and then obviously going back to SC and continuing to study and work at the game and trying to get around good people and learn this great game. And so we've incorporated a lot, but going all the way back to my playing days at BYU, the command of the quarterback in this system is as vitally as important as it was how many years ago when I was playing, ages ago, that this offense, the quarterback's got to be in control. If he's not in control of it, it can get hard. And so as we talked early on in camp, these guys are driving a Ferrari, but it's up to them to go their speed limit of how fast they can go and still be in command.
In formation approaches, do you have to do a lot of changes because of tempo, or are you kind of running some of the basic same core stuff, but it's just getting there faster?
We've got the bulk of our formations that we've always had. One of the differences is because of tempo, it's minimized our shifting and motioning. And so what you use the shifting and motioning for to disguise plays and disguise formations, we are now using the up-tempo to disguise those same formations and plays. And so that's the trade-off that you have. But it's been great so far.
Last fall camp, it seemed like the defense might have gotten the best of the offense on more than one occasion. Would you say the same thing about this fall, or is it more even this time around?
Well, I don't know. I would have said coming out of the first scrimmage, I thought the offense had the upper hand after the first scrimmage. I think the defense has had a really good last couple days, so I'm interested to see tomorrow as much as anything. And as a head coach, I want balance. I want the offense wins one day, the defense comes back and wins the next. And so I think the defense has done a much better job of not giving up as many explosive plays, where I thought the offense was really rolling there for about the first 8-9 days or so. There was just a lot of big plays in practice. And they've also done a better job of route recognition and getting hands on the football, which we were really good at a year ago. And now you have a little bit of a younger secondary. It's taken us some time, about 2 weeks, to get to that point. But if you notice the last couple of days, we're getting more hands on the football. We're making plays on the ball, which is encouraging for me.
Austin, back out here, do you have any update that you can share with us?
No, the surgery went good. Just as we thought from the x-ray, it was a clean break. They inserted the pin in his pinky, and now the rehab process is underway.
No ligament damage or things like that?
No, it was just a clean break, which is really good. It was encouraging. It didn't have anything to do with the knuckle. It was just right on the pinky.
Knowing his attitude, probably, I think it would take a lot to keep him out if he's able to play.
Yeah, that's Austin just in general, and maybe this year more so than ever. He's just got such a great attitude and upbeat mentality about things. Yeah. He's really been engaging, which is what you want when a guy becomes a junior and he starts to mature, and there's another true freshman tight end there, and David Ajamu, and coaching him. And so that's what's great about not just Austin, I think this team, that our veteran leadership from guys that grew up with us when we first got here are now the guys mentoring these younger players on what we're looking for, whether it's on the football field or in the locker room or wherever it may be.
Is it realistic he'd be healthy enough?
I don't know. I'm not an expert that way. I'm going to kind of take it day to day and see how this thing responds. I really don't know.
Do you know, or do the doctors know, is the type of thing you can play with a cast?
I haven't gotten that far, quite honestly. We haven't. He surgery yesterday. We'll see.
About that experience, you guys that grew up with Sean Parker.
Yeah.
How does that manifest itself on the field? He's the big old guy now.
Well, he's been hearing my message for 4 years now, and the things that are important, that I think are important to me and to our program, that hopefully are now ingrained in him. They're a part of him now too, and so that when there are those adverse times on the field, that he can convey the messaging as if we were in a locker room and I was given the message. So I think that's what you get when you get veterans and you get guys that have been in your system. And John's a great example. I mean, Sean's a great example of it. John Timu's a great example of that. Keith is a tremendous example of that. I think Kaysen, I think Ben Riva, all these guys who have been with us now, they're starting to grow up, who have been hearing it from day one. Now we've got this young, talented class that's come in, and they've brought them in, and they're trying to show them the way as well. And that's a sign of a good team.
That's his personality, too.
Sean, oh yeah, he's great. He's a very competitive guy. Probably a bit fiery at times, but that's okay. That's what you want out of a leader on your defensive football team, and he's got it, And I'm really proud of Sean from everything where he came from to where he is today. He's on track to graduate. He's an all Pac-12 type performer for us at safety. I think he will be by the end of the season. He's a playmaker. He's got an intimidating force or factor in the back end. You're going to know he's going to hit you if you come around there. And he just does a great job of conveying my message, which is really important.
He talks about that. Did you have any doubts coming in about, he's an athlete, but can I give him 4 years of school?
I never doubt it. I feel like I get to know these guys in the recruiting process. I sit in their homes with their moms or dads or aunts and uncles, and the same way they're making the decision to come to the University of Washington, we're making the decision, should he come to the University of Washington? Should he be part of our program? And when I make that decision on a guy, I think they're all going to be successful. When they aren't, it kills me, because I want them all to do great, not just on the football field, but in the classroom and our society. And Sean's been unbelievable. He really has. He's been a great citizen in our community. He's been a good student. His GPA from the first day he got here to today has gone up and up and up and up and up. And we have our top 10 GPAs for every quarter, and I post them outside of my office so that everybody sees them. The senior year, this is the first time he's made the top 10 GPAs on the team. And so I think that just shows the maturity and the growth that a young man can have from 17, 18 years old to 21, 22 years old. And so I'm really proud of him.